Guys, that's it for Cuba. It's been kind of a crazy trip. This photography workshop's been a lot of fun, and it's been really interesting seeing all the changes in Cuba. There have been quite a few changes since my last visit, both positive and negative, but it's been really good, and I'm looking forward now to heading home for the holidays. Today I've got 2 flights leaving Havana now. Let's catch a taxi to the airport and make the long journey. Made it through security. It's one of those classic things at airports. They're always like, hey, you got to show up 3 hours early. And then it takes you like 3 minutes to get through security. So I'm here, I'm ready for my flight. First flight's to New York. It's a JetBlue flight, so that's a good thing because JetBlue has free Wi-Fi on their flights. And I haven't had proper internet forever. So I'm stoked to get some work done and to knock that out. And then I've got a bit of a layover and then I'm on my way to Phoenix. Just arrived in New York and it is bloody cold here, like bloody cold, even for a Canadian. I made it home, I made it to Phoenix and I'm exhausted, like really tired, beyond tired. I had no idea that New York to Phoenix was a 6-hour flight. That's a long flight. That's like New York to London, same distance. And after Cuba, that's like 10 hours worth of flying today. It's been a bit of a long day and then I waited for like an hour to get my rental car. I'm tired and I'm heading home now. You're probably wondering, dude's Canadian, why is he calling Phoenix home? I think I'm gonna explain that in the morning because I'm not even being coherent enough in my own mind to properly explain why I'm in Phoenix. But anyway, I'm in Phoenix. I'm gonna let you guys go for tonight and I'll pick things back up in the morning after I get some sleep and get back home. So, I'm home. I'm home here in Phoenix. But what does home mean? To most of you guys, the term home might be pretty obvious. It might be where you're living, or it might be your hometown, where you grew up. But to somebody nomadic like me, the term home is kind of, it's ever changing, it's evolving. And what home means to me isn't just one place, but many different places. In fact, I think there's like big picture home and little picture home. And I think at the end of the day, home is where I'm comfortable, or home is where all of us are comfortable. And at the end of the day, I don't think home is any different for me than it is for you guys. It's just different. Home is where you're comfortable. On a micro scale, for example, when I'm out on the road, I'm in somewhere like Vilnius, Lithuania, where I was last year at Christmas. If I was talking to my friends, they'd say, what are you doing right now? Oh, I'm just walking home. Home was my hotel room. Home was where I was comfortable, where I could let my hair down if I had any hair. It was where I could be myself and not worry about things around me and just be comfortable. On a slightly bigger scale, anytime I've been based anywhere in the world, that was my home. So I was based in Mali for like 4 months. I was based in Colombia for like 4 months. And when I was exploring the areas around it, I'd be saying, oh yeah, I'm just going home to Bamako, or I'm just going home to Medellin. And that was home for me in those situations. That's where I felt comfortable. That's where I felt at peace. That's where I felt I could be myself. And then on the bigger picture, on the biggest picture, I kind of have home, like the big home, the real home, which is Canada, which is Calgary specifically, because that's where I grew up. I didn't grow up in Calgary, but that's where I went to university. That's where my brother lives. My grandparents live there. I have lots of aunts and uncles and friends there. That's like home. That's where I feel really comfortable, and that's where I feel like I'm most myself, because that's home. That's big picture home. But then there's also this home, which is family. And you always feel comfortable around family, or at least you should if you have a good family. And that's another version of home. And for me, my family has spread out. They've kind of moved around. So I still have my brother in Calgary. In the summer times, my parents also have a small little cabbage. My parents don't live in a cabbage, they live in a cottage in Canada on the lake near Calgary. So in the summertime, that's also home for me. My sister lives in Toronto with my niece and nephew. That's home for me as well from a family perspective. Being around family is home. And now I have this place as well here in Arizona because years ago when the US economy and the US housing market crashed, my parents took advantage of that and they bought a place here in Arizona. After they retired, they decided to come down to Arizona to escape the Canadian winters. We call them snowbirds in North America. They're snowbirds. They spend 6 months of the year here in Arizona and the other half in Canada. So coming here to Arizona, I feel really at home because it's a place I'm familiar with. I know the local grocery stores. I know where the supermarket is. I know where to find Taco Bell when I need my Taco Bell. And we all need a cheesy gordita crunch some points in our lives. Serious talk. So that's where I am now. I'm here in Phoenix. I'm at my parents' place. I'm at home and I feel so happy to be here, to be honest. These past couple months have been crazy. They've been insane. These past 2 months alone, I was on 5 different continents and 11 different countries. And it's been so busy that I really didn't have a chance to breathe. And yesterday when I got on the plane from New York to Phoenix, I crashed. It was like, it's like if you're running a marathon and you're tired and you're tired and you're tired, but you don't realize how tired you are until you stop at the end of the race and then you just fall over. That was me on the plane yesterday. I fell over. And when I got here last night, it was like such a relief. And I just crawled into my bed and I slept for like 10 hours last night. I have 3 weeks at home here in Arizona. And I'm not just gonna be hanging out here at home. I'm gonna be exploring as well because I have to get some shots for clients. I'm gonna go do some hiking and some exploring. I'm probably gonna go to Zion National Park. I wanna go to Joshua Tree National Park. I'll probably go to Havasu Falls as well, which is one of my favorite places and it's nearby. Maybe I'll go to Sedona. So I'm gonna be doing lots of exploring from my home base here in Phoenix for the next 3 weeks, and I'm really excited about that. I also want to make the point in 2017 and starting now to start doing more meetups. So I'm here in Phoenix. I really don't know if there's any of you guys that are in Phoenix or area, but if you are and you want to do a meetup, you want to do a photo walk or something like that, let me know in the comments because I'd love to hang out with more of you and I'd love to meet up with more of you and I'd love to spend some time with more of you because I think that would be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be doing that around the world. So from here, I go to Madrid. Maybe we'll do one in Madrid. Maybe we'll do one in the Philippines when I get there. So I'd love to do more meetups. So if you are in this area and that's something that might interest you, leave a message in the comments. The other thing and the final thing, and I'm not sure how close I am to the camera. This might be really awkward, but my back's kind of sore. The other thing is that I'm doing another Q&A. Since I have a couple days here in Phoenix where I'm gonna be at home, I want to do a Q&A, another Q&A. So if you have questions for me, whether they be personal questions, whether they be questions about my life, whether they be business questions or photography questions or travel questions, any questions you might have that you think I can give you the answer to, leave them in the comments below and I'll get to them on one of those Q&A episodes. Guys, that's it for this episode. I called this episode, What is Home? And I think that it's fitting that I'm home because I've really needed home right now. It's been a crazy couple months and I'm just looking forward to being home. And I hope you guys are home for the holidays as well because you should be. You really should be. Anyways, guys, that's it for the episode and I'll catch you on tomorrow's vlog. See you there. Peace.